Tracking the mayor's progress in a new segment on Fox 4 called A Minute with the Mayor. We're taking a look at Fort Myers Mayor Kevin Anderson, specifically what he's doing his first 100 days in office. This week, he's putting out a call to action for the community to help with his efforts to address homelessness. Fox 4's Rachel Lloyd reports.
This week we're talking about homelessness, and we know that homelessness has been an issue in the city of Fort Myers and a lot of cities for a long time, but it's been brought to the forefront recently. Why do you think it's brought to the forefront now?
Well, I think COVID, two factors. One of them being COVID, that really brought it to the forefront. And then, of course, with our renovation of Centennial Park, that added to it as well.
Obviously, those are two really big things. The pandemic has affected a lot of people, and the Centennial Project, that is a really big project. I want to talk to you about that as well. But the COVID pandemic and the project, that's still not an excuse, right? Or you can't just put that off on those two things. So what is the city doing to still address the homeless issue?
And I wasn't meaning to imply that COVID or Centennial Park was the cause of the homeless. This has been an ongoing problem, as you said. We're working with Lee County. What I'm doing myself is, as you know, I'm putting together a homeless task force, which I hope to, by mid next week, to announce who's on that task force.
The park, how's the process coming along with Centennial Park?
It's a slow process that's been delayed a little bit because, as you know, we were originally spending $550,000 on the equipment. Now we've upped it to the $900,000. So we've got to do a little bit more redesigning. We want to make sure we do it right. We'd rather take our time and get it done right than have to go back and try and redo it.
And I've also seen some criticism too of this is a slow process, right? It's taking a while to come together, but it seemed like a sort of fast process to get the homeless community out of that park. What's your response to that?
Well, there are people who think that the park belongs to the homeless, that it's their home, and that's just not it. That park belongs to the entire public. And we as government also have an obligation to the entire citizens, all the citizens of the city of Fort Myers, to make sure we safeguard our assets. And by letting the homeless just overtake that park, then we're not doing a good job of protecting those assets.
The city has voted to spend about $1 million to rebuild Centennial Park. I know that there's about $100,000 going towards rebuilding the bathrooms there or restoring the bathrooms there, and about $900,000 that are going towards new playground equipment. How much money is the city planning to use or to spend on addressing the homelessness issue?
That all depends on what we get from the county. We don't have specific funds just for homeless. I'm open to listening to solutions. I have met with several people since that have taken office to discuss the homeless issue. And I listen to everybody. And some people have good thoughts on it. Others are misguided in their thoughts. They are misguided in what they think the role of government is. It's a community problem and it's a community effort.